নমস্কার, হাই নিউজ নেটওয়ার্কে আপনাদের সবাইকে স্বাগত জানাই। আমাদের বিশেষ অনুষ্ঠান নিয়ে আমি মৌহা রয়েছি আপনাদের সঙ্গে। করোনা আবহে বন্ধ স্কুল কলেজ, তবে বন্ধ থেকেও আবদ্ধ থাকতে নারাজ শিবপুরের ইন্ডিয়ান ইনস্টিটিউট অফ ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং সায়েন্স অ্যান্ড টেকনোলজি। যারা ১৬৫ বছরের পুরনো এই প্রতিষ্ঠানে জায়গা পেয়েছেন, সেই নবীন শিক্ষার্থীদের জন্য ইন্ডাকশন কাম ওরিয়েন্টেশন প্রোগ্রামের আয়োজন করলেন তারা। ইনস্টিটিউট ক্যাম্পাসে ভার্চুয়ালি এই অনুষ্ঠানে হাজির ছিলেন আইআইইএসটির ডিরেক্টর পার্থসারথী চক্রবর্তী, ছিলেন সমস্ত বিভাগের ডিন এবং ফ্যাকাল্টিরা। প্রদীপ প্রজ্বলন, ডিরেক্টর এবং সমস্ত বিভাগের ডিনদের ফুল দিয়ে সম্বর্ধনা জানানো হয় এদিনের অনুষ্ঠানে। অনলাইনে গোটা অনুষ্ঠানে অংশ নেন আইআইইএসটিতে সুযোগ পাওয়া নতুন পড়ুয়ারা। তাদের প্রশ্নের উত্তর দেন অনুষ্ঠানে হাজির ডিনরা।
Now this time we also
Jaya 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 He.
ভার্চুয়ালি অনুষ্ঠান থেকে করোনাকালে ল্যাবরেটরির বিকল্প ব্যবস্থা, আত্মনির্ভর ভারত সব নিয়ে আমরা কথা বলেছিলাম আইআইইএসটির ডিরেক্টর পার্থসারথী চক্রবর্তীর সঙ্গে। কি বলেছিলেন তিনি শোনাবো।
স্যার, আজকে যদি বাংলা ভাষায় বলি, আজকে আপনাদের নবীনবরণ, হ্যাঁ, যেটা প্রত্যেক বছর আপনাদের স্টুডেন্টসরা আসে ক্যাম্পাসে, কিন্তু এবছর একদম অন্যরকম। এবছরটা কি ফিল হচ্ছে যদি একটু বলেন।
খুব অদ্ভুত লাগছে সত্যি কথা বলতে, যে আমরা তো কখনো এরকম ফেস করিনি। বিশেষ করে আমরা এখন স্টুডেন্টদের দেখতেও পাচ্ছি না, যে তাদের ফিজিক্যাল রিয়াকশন কি সেটা দেখতে পাচ্ছি না। অনলাইন ক্লাসটা একটু অন্যরকম হয়, যেখানে স্টুডেন্টদের বলা হয় যে ভিডিও অন করে রাখতে, সুতরাং যে ক্লাস নিচ্ছে সে তার ফেসিয়াল রিয়াকশনটা বুঝতে পারে। এখানে যেহেতু ওয়েবিনার মোডে হচ্ছে, পুরোটাই মানে আমরা কাউকে দেখতে পাচ্ছি না। ওরা আমাদের দেখতে পাচ্ছে কিন্তু আমরা কাউকে দেখতে পাচ্ছি না। খুব অদ্ভুত লাগছে, কিন্তু একদম না হওয়ার থেকে তো ভালো, যে মোটেই ব্যবস্থা করতে পারবো না এরকম একটা সিচুয়েশন এসেছিল। এবং আমি যেমন এতে বলেছিলাম আমার স্পিচে, এবং আপনারা জানেন যে এটা একটা ম্যান্ডেটরি রিকোয়ারমেন্ট, যে এরকম ধরনের একটা ওরিয়েন্টেশন প্রোগ্রাম করা। শুধু ফ্রেশার্স বলে না, এটা মানে আপনারা দেখেছেন একটা টোটাল ইন্টিগ্রেটেড একটা অ্যাপ্রোচ টু লাইফ, জাস্ট একটা মানে ইঞ্জিনিয়ার তৈরি করা না। সেই উদ্দেশ্যে এই প্রোগ্রামটাকে করা কম্পালসারি 2 থেকে 3 দিন।
স্যার, ল্যাবরেটরির বিষয়টা নিয়ে এখানে বারংবার স্যাররা বলছিলেন, যারা বক্তা ছিলেন, টিম যারা ছিলেন বিভিন্ন ডিপার্টমেন্টের, তারা বলছিলেন এবার ধরুন যদি প্যান্ডেমিক সিচুয়েশন আরো চলে, আমরা ধরে নিচ্ছি যে এখন এটা যাবে না, তখন কি আপনারা কিছু ভাবনা চিন্তা করেছেন যে কিভাবে ছাত্রছাত্রীদের ল্যাবরেটরির মাধ্যমে সেই সুযোগটা দেওয়া যায়?
ল্যাবরেটরি নিয়ে বিভিন্ন ইনস্টিটিউশন বিভিন্ন রকম ভাবে অ্যাপ্রোচ করছে এটা প্রবলেমটাকে সলভ করার জন্য। অনেকে কি করছে যে এই সেমিস্টারটাকে পরের সেমিস্টারে করে দিচ্ছে ল্যাবগুলোকে, কিন্তু আমি পার্সোনালি তার খুব একটা পক্ষপাতী এই জন্য না। কি পরের সেমিস্টারে কি দাঁড়াবে তাও তো আমি জানি না। স্টুডেন্টদের উপর এই বোঝাটা, অ্যাডিশনাল বোঝাটা আমি যদি চাকরি দিই নেক্সট সেমিস্টারের জন্য, সেটা একটা প্রবলেম হবে। তার মধ্যে কিছু উইক স্টুডেন্ট থাকে যাদের সাপ্লিমেন্টারি থাকে, তাদের বোঝা আরো বাড়তে থাকবে। সুতরাং আমার ইচ্ছে ছিল যে যদি সেমিস্টারের মধ্যে যদি এটাকে ওয়াইড আপ করে নেওয়া যেত। এখন ল্যাবরেটরির মধ্যে অনেক কিছু এক্সপেরিমেন্ট আছে যেগুলো ভার্চুয়াল মোডে করা যায়, এবং সেক্ষেত্রে আমরা ডিসিশন নিয়েছি যে ওই সমস্ত ল্যাবগুলো ভার্চুয়াল মোডে করা হবে। ভার্চুয়াল মোডে মানে ধরুন একটা স্ট্যান্ডার্ড কিছু এনপিটিএল এর কিছু ল্যাবরেটরি কোর্সেস আছে যেগুলো স্টুডেন্টরা দেখতে পারে। ইন অ্যাডিশন আমরা মানে ইনহাউস কিছু ডেমনস্ট্রেশন টাইপের ল্যাব করবো, যেখানে একজন এসে এক্সপেরিমেন্টটা পারফর্ম করবে, এবং সেই এক্সপেরিমেন্ট পারফর্ম করা, তার মেজারমেন্ট নেওয়া, ডাটা নেওয়া, সমস্ত কিছু হবে। স্টুডেন্ট উইল কানেক্ট অনলাইন, রিয়েল টাইমে দেখবে এক্সপেরিমেন্টটা হচ্ছে, এবং তার একটা ন্যারেশন থাকবে, এবং পুরো জিনিসটাকে অনলাইন স্ট্রিমিং করা হবে। করে যখন রেজাল্ট এবং এগুলোকে দেওয়া হবে, সেগুলো স্টুডেন্টদের সঙ্গে শেয়ার করে স্টুডেন্টদের বলা হবে যে ইন্টারপ্রেট দ্য রিজাল্টস, এবং যা যা ওর থেকে মানে গ্রাফ ড্র করা, ইন্টারপ্রিটেশন করা, সেগুলো স্টুডেন্টরা করবে। আমাদের এরকম ধরনের একটা প্ল্যান আছে। এই দুটোকে করে নিয়ে তারপরে আমরা ভাবছি ল্যাবটাকে কমপ্লিট করে নেবো। সেখানে দেখা যাচ্ছে মোটামুটি বেশিরভাগ কোর্সে কম্পিউটার আইটি ছাড়া, কম্পিউটার আইটি তো 100% আপনার অনলাইন হয়ে যেতে পারে, ইলেকট্রনিক্স ইলেকট্রিক্যালে 70-80% কোর্স আমরা এইভাবে অনলাইনে করে দিতে পারি। আর রিমেনিংটা আমাদের ইচ্ছে আছে পরে একটা ইনফর্মাল ওয়েতে ওদের শিখিয়ে দেওয়া হবে, যে জিনিসটা কোনোদিন দেখলো না, এটা মোটর কিরকম, জেনারেটর কিরকম ভাবে মেজারমেন্ট করতে হবে, ফিল্ড এক্সপিরিয়েন্সটা, হ্যান্ড অন এক্সপিরিয়েন্সটা একদমই হবে না। সেটার জন্য আমরা ইনফর্মালি ওদেরটাকে পরে করিয়ে দেবো, সেরকম আমাদের প্ল্যান আছে।
আর স্যার অনেকেই বলছেন যে স্কুল কলেজ খোলা উচিত, ইউনিভার্সিটি খোলা উচিত, হ্যাঁ, কারণ এখানে তো মানে এই জায়গাটা করোনার বাসা বলে কেউ মনে করছে না, এরকম অনেকেই বলছেন। তো আপনারা কি মনে করেন?
স্টুডেন্টের মধ্যে একটা অদ্ভুত মানে সাইকোলজিক্যাল এফেক্ট হচ্ছে, বোঝা যাচ্ছে না জিনিসটা, যে এই যে বাড়িতে বসে পড়াশোনা যেটা করা, সেই সিরিয়াসনেস, শুধু একটা দেখুন স্কুলে বা কলেজে আসা কিন্তু শুধু ক্লাস করার জন্য না, বন্ধুদের সঙ্গে মেশা, তাদের সঙ্গে মানে ইন্টারাকশন করা, টিচারদের সঙ্গে ডাইরেক্ট ইন্টারাকশন করা, প্রবলেম শেয়ার করা, অন্য লোকের জন্য কেয়ার করা, এটা তো পুরোটা একটা গোটা জিনিসটা একটা মানে মানুষকে তৈরি করে, সেই জিনিসটা তো খুব লার্জ এতে মিস হয়ে যাচ্ছে। আর একটা যদি আমরা কতদিন বন্ধ করে রাখবে, আমার তো সবসময় এই জিনিসটা খুব অদ্ভুত মনে হয় যে কতদিন বন্ধ করবে। মাঝে আমি মনে হয় লকডাউনটা করে এখন বেরোবার তো কোনো উপায় নেই, নাম্বারটা তো খুব একটা কমছে না, যেদিন খুলবেন তখন লোকে বলবে তাহলে আগে তো এরকম আরো বেটার ছিল, এখন তখন লকডাউন করে এখন আমাদের কেন খুলে দেওয়া হচ্ছে। অনেকে এটাকে একটা প্রিটেক্স দিচ্ছি, যারা মানে আপনি দেখবেন যেখানে লোকেরা অফিসে কাজ করতে চাইছে না, মানে 5-6 মাস বসে বসে একটা হ্যাবিট তৈরি হয়ে গেছে, সে অফিসে আসার ইন্টারেস্ট নেই। স্কুলের বাচ্চারাও চাইছে, স্টুডেন্টরাও চাইছে যদি অনলাইন এক্সামিনেশন হয়ে যায় ভালো, বেশ 24 ঘন্টা সময় দিল অ্যান্সার লেখার জন্য। 24 ঘন্টা যদি আপনি সময় নেন, সেটা কি কোনো এক্সামিনেশন? সেটা তো একটা ফার্স্ট একটা আইবাস। 24 ঘন্টার মধ্যে যে কোনো প্রবলেম, যে কোনো লোক সলিউশন আপনি না নিজে না করতে পারলে এক্সপার্টদের দিয়ে করে নিলে, কাউকে দিয়ে করে নিয়ে সেটা 24 ঘন্টার মধ্যে জমা করলেন, এটা তো এক্সামিনেশন, এটা তামাশা। দিস ইজ নট এক্সামিনেশন।
স্যার লাস্ট প্রশ্ন, সেটা হচ্ছে আপনি আত্মনির্ভর ভারতের কথা বলছিলেন আপনার বক্তব্যে। আত্মনির্ভর ভারত গড়তে এই সংস্থার আইআইএসটির কতটা ভূমিকা বলে আপনি মনে করেন, ভূমিকা থাকবে বলে আপনি মনে করেন?
দেখুন, আইআইএসটি কে তো আলাদা আইসোলেট করা যাবে না, কিন্তু গোড়া থেকেই আমাদের এই অ্যাটিচিউডটা কখনোই আমাদের মধ্যে আসেনি যে আমরা নিজেদের দেশে কিছু বানিয়ে আমরা নিজেরাই জিনিসটাকে চালাবো। একটা সময় ছিল যখন একটু প্রোটেক্টেড ইকোনমি ছিল, আপনারা অনেকেই দেখেছেন, যে তখন কিছু ফিক্সড জিনিস ছিল, যেমন ধরুন আইটিআই টেলিফোন বানাতো, এবং কম্পালসারি ছিল আপনাকে আইটিআই টেলিফোন কিনতে হবে। পরে দেখুন অটোমোবাইল ইন্ডাস্ট্রিতে আপনার ওই প্রিমিয়ার প্রতিদিনই একটা গাড়ি ছিল, অ্যাম্বাসেডার গাড়ি ছিল, ইউর ফোর্স টু, টাটা কিছু গাড়ি ছিল, ইউর ফোর্স টু বাই এনিওয়ান অফ দেম। কিন্তু এই গ্লোবাল ইকোনমি যখন ওপেন করে দেওয়া হলো, তখন তো ইটস এ কম্পিটিটিভ মার্কেট, তখন তো কেউ কাউকে ফোর্স করতে পারছে না। তখন দেখছি যে বাইরের টেকনোলজি এত অ্যাডভান্স, আমরা এত পিছিয়ে আছি যে আমাদের প্রোডাক্ট আমরা কোনো বিক্রি করতে পারবো না। সুতরাং এই জিনিসটাকে আলটিমেটলি যতগুলো কোম্পানি ছিল আমাদের দেশীয় কোম্পানি, আইদার বন্ধ হয়ে গেল, অথবা বড় বড় জায়ান্ট কোম্পানিগুলো এসে সেগুলোকে কিনে নিল। যেমন আপনি সফট ড্রিঙ্কসের ওয়ার্ল্ডে দেখেছেন আপনার কোকোকোলা, পেপসি, আমাদের যে সমস্ত সফট ড্রিঙ্কস ছিল সেগুলো দে হ্যাভ ইটেন আপ অল দ্য মার্কেটস। সুতরাং এই যে এই একটা প্রবলেম একটা বিশেষ করে আসছে, সেখানে আমাদের একটা দাঁড়িয়ে আমাদের ভাবতে হবে যে আমাদের নিজেদের মানে সেলফ রিলায়েন্সটা খুব দরকার, মানে ইন্ডিপেন্ডেন্ট হওয়া, এবং আর কারোর মুখের দিকে চেয়ে থাকবো না যে আমেরিকা আমাকে হেল্প করবে। যেমন আপনি দেখলেন, আমি ইচ্ছে করে ইসরোর এক্সাম্পলটা দিয়েছিলাম, যখন ক্রায়োজেনিক ইঞ্জিন নিয়ে যখন প্রবলেম হচ্ছিল, আমেরিকা যখন প্রোগ্রাম টেস্টের পরে যখন স্যাংশন লাগালো আমেরিকা, তখন দে আর ফোর্স টু থিঙ্ক অফ ইন্ডিজিনিয়াস টেকনিক, এবং যে সমস্ত ভারত মিসাইল যেগুলো তৈরি করেছে ইন্ডিজিনিয়াস টেকনিকের জিনিসগুলোকে করেছে, এবং এটা খুব দরকার ভবিষ্যতের জন্য। ওটা তো বড় বড় ধরুন ডিফেন্স অ্যাপ্লায়েন্স, এটা ছোট ছোট স্মল স্কেল ইন্ডাস্ট্রি, একদম গ্রাউন্ড লেভেলের ছোট ছোট ইন্ডাস্ট্রির মধ্যে, ম্যানুফ্যাকচারিং সেক্টরের মধ্যে আমাদের ইনোভেটিভ জিনিস নিজেদেরই তৈরি করতে হবে, নিজেদের আইডিয়া পারলে নিজেদের এখানে বিক্রি করে ওয়ার্ল্ড মার্কেটে বিক্রি করা, দ্যাট শুড বি দ্য টার্গেট। সেটা যদি আমরা করতে পারি, সেইভাবেই হলে দেশ সার্ভাইভ করতে পারে, না তো এরকম ভাবেই পরের ওপরে মুখাপেক্ষী হয়ে আমাদের চালা চলতে হবে। ঠিক আছে,
থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
8ই ডিসেম্বর থেকে আইআইএসটি শিবপুরে শুরু হচ্ছে নতুন সেশনের ক্লাস। আপাতত ক্লাস হবে ভার্চুয়ালি। ঠিক কিভাবে কাজ হবে, কিভাবে ক্লাস করানো হবে, কারা কোন বিভাগে রয়েছেন, সর্বোপরি পড়ুয়ারা কিভাবে তাদের সমস্যার কথা তুলে ধরবেন, পুরো বিষয়টি তুলে ধরা হয় এদিনের অনুষ্ঠানে। পাশাপাশি ডিরেক্টর এবং ডিনরা প্রত্যেকেই পড়ুয়াদের উদ্দেশ্যে তাদের মতামত ব্যক্ত করেছেন। সেই গোটা অনুষ্ঠান আমরা দেখব, এবং অবশ্যই যারা ইঞ্জিনিয়ারিং পড়তে চাইছেন, যারা সুযোগ পেয়েছেন শিবপুরে এবছর, আর যারা চাইছেন সুযোগ পেতে, প্রত্যেকের জন্য এই সেশন কিন্তু অত্যন্ত জরুরি। দেখুন।
May I now request Professor P.K. Nondi, our Dean Faculty Welfare, to give the introduction to the program and to give an introduction to the program.
Honorable Director, Professor Parthasarathy Chakraborty, Registrar Dr. Biman Bandyopadhyay, Dean Academic Professor Sudip Kumar Roy, Dean Planning and Development Professor Kullan Kumar Dhar, Dean Student Welfare Professor Devabruta Majumdar, Professor Shivashish Rai, Dean Research and Consultancy, Professor Arindam Vishwas, Dean International Relations and Alumni Affairs, Associate Deans, faculty members, and my dear newly admitted student friends. Good morning to all. I, on behalf of the Induction cum Orientation Program IOP 2020, wish you all the newcomers a warm welcome to the Institute. Now, this time, first time, we have organized this program in online mode under several constraints. We have been able to organize this online program under the leadership of our Honorable Director Sir. Now, the background of this induction program was formulated by MHRD for the first year undergraduate students of engineering institutions, and it includes several aspects. I just mentioned few of them: physical activity, orientation, creative arts, mentoring, universal human values, literary activity, and eminent lectures and workshops by eminent people, and visit in local areas, and also familiarities with college department discipline-wise. Now, in this program, we have tried our best to organize several exciting lectures by eminent speakers from all over country. The essence of these talks include universal human values, goal setting with focus and determination, and there are several lectures on history of science and technology, life and works of Swami Vivekananda, then space science related topics, motivational talk on innovation, startup and entrepreneurship, and also some scientific talks, black hole and warp-based space-time and development of quantum mechanics. Besides that, we also organized one lecture to inculcate stress management and psychological problems in recent times. Besides that, we have also organized 2 days entertainment programs in the evening of 6th and 7th December. Pancho Devanjali, a classical dance recital by Angikam Foundation, and then another program, the performers are the students of this institute. We also arranged some orientation program at the departmental level for 7 days in the second half, 2:30 to 5:30 p.m. It includes popular lecture by internal faculty, invited guest lectures by eminent personalities from industry professionals, then emerging trends related to respective specialization, and also group activity includes debate, group discussion, extempore, etc. on pertinent social, scientific topics, and cultural programs involving existing students, faculty and freshers in online mode. Now this time we also framed up a committee, academic coordination committees, which has been constituted for coordination of the academic matters of the first year UG course among all sections. And this activity of this committee includes coordination among all sections of first year UG on coverage of various topics of a particular subject. Coordination among all sections of first year UG evaluation process, identify the academically weaker students, resolving academic related complaints by the students, any other issue deemed fit by the committee with the approval of the competent authority. Now the committee, I just read out who are the members of this coordination committee and the corresponding subject codes, and also department affiliation of the coordinating members. Professor B.K. Ghorai, Department of Chemistry, is a member for coordinating CH, subject code CH101, CH1171, CH1201, CH1271. Professor G.P. Samanto, Department of Mathematics. He is a member for coordinating MA 101, MA 1201. These are mathematical subjects. Professor Mousumi Basu, Department of Physics, is a member for PH 1101, PH 1171, PH 1201, PH 1271. That is for physics subjects at the first level. Professor Anirban Sengupta, Department of Civil Engineering, members for coordinating CE 1101, WS 1171, CE 1201, WS 1271. Professor C.K. Chando, Professor, Department of Electrical Engineering, for subjects, electrical subjects EE1101, EE1171, EE1201, EE1271. Professor Rashid Kumar Das, Department of Computer Science and Technology. Subjects CS1101, CS1171, CS1201, CS1271. Dr. Nityananda Nundi, Department of Aerospace Engineering and Applied Mechanics, AM1101, AM1171, AM1201, AM1271. Dr. Abhiri Mukhopadhyay, Department of Humanities and Social Sciences. She is coordinating humanities subjects HU1101, HU1102, HU1201, HU1202. Sri Sondip Chattopadhyay, Physical Instructor. He is a member for coordinating Physical Exercise Group, say SA1171, SA1271. He is also permanent for this committee. Now with these few words, I congratulate all first year undergraduate students for choosing this high ranking institute as your academic career. Thank you all. Once again, I thank you all, my dear students. Okay.
Thank you, sir, for the vivid description and the introduction to this program. May I now request our beloved Director Sir to please deliver the welcome address.
Good morning, my esteemed colleagues, staff members of IIST, the new entrants to the undergraduate program, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the Institute, I extend a cordial welcome to all of you to this inaugural program of the Induction cum Orientation program for the new entrants. I welcome the newly registered student to this great seat of learning, IIST Shivpur, the erstwhile Bengal Engineering College. I welcome you to the city of joy, the city of Calcutta, and I take this opportunity also to congratulate all of you for selecting the institute for fulfilling your dream. I also congratulate all the proud parents. My dear students, it is really a different kind of situation which we are facing. As you know that the entire world is facing the problem of COVID-19, and first time we are addressing the students, the newcomers. We could not welcome them physically at the campus, and I am speaking to whom I do not know because you are not visible to me also in the online mode also. But we'll have to adjust with the situation and adapt ourselves with the changing situation. And this pandemic situation has taught us many things. I'll come to that later on. Before that, I must say that you are going to pursue a career at a time where there is a lot of scope for technological development. Particularly, the entire world has witnessed the technological revolution maybe over the past 2 decades. And this is a time where there is a tremendous growth in technology. And all over the world, and particularly in this country. But unfortunately, the whole world is under the grip of the panic of COVID-19. We must be aware of the fact that after 34 years, the national education policy has come into force. And this new education policy gives you a lot of flexibility, which probably you didn't have earlier. Every time we used to blame our education system that's very rigid, very compartmentalized. Now it gives you enough flexibility, and learning will be more passion driven than compulsion. So that's a great opportunity. And in addition to many other features which this National Education Policy 2020 offers, you'll find that the best thing is that it tries to connect you to the root. Root means our treasure of knowledge, and this education policy for the first time, it tries to connect us to our root. And because of this colonial rule and the kind of education we were getting earlier, where mostly in the Western pattern, it completely detached from our ancient knowledge treasure. So that's one of the biggest part of this national education policy. When the country was gearing up for implementation of the education policy and lot of technological development, as you know that Government of India has lot of missions, new missions, Startup India, then Make in India program, and recently Atmanirbhar Bharat. All these programs have come. But at the same time, we are challenged by this COVID-19 issue. Now, sometimes if you see that there are different opinions amongst different experts regarding COVID, some people believe that probably COVID-19 is a man-made disaster, which has been deliberately created by some country, and so that the economic condition can be disturbed in many countries. Other believes that it is really a dreaded disease. But so far as in India is concerned, you must have seen or realized that probably Indian people had some kind of herd immunity, and because of that, the mortality in India is not that high. Even since this disease spreads very fast, then the government of India didn't take any risk and asked all these academic institutions to stop the teaching learning in the physical mode. And that's how we were also forced to close down this physical interaction with the students. And our campus is completely, free. Hostels are completely locked. There are no students in the campus. And the semester is also a little disturbed. And we had to conduct online examination in the last semester. Now classes are going on. That is also in the online mode. And now when this new admission came, then we were in a fix that what to do and how to do about this induction cum orientation program. Then it was decided that we have no choice. We'll have to go for the online mode. Even though you do not get the real feeling of coming to the campus and physically see the campus and visit many places, but at least you'll get some feeling virtually that you were in the campus. Because today we are probably living most of the time in the virtual world, all of you, right? You are glued to either your television or your social media, always busy with mobile. So out of 24 hours, most of the time you spend in the virtual world. So we thought that let's take that advantage of this virtual world and give you a feeling of this orientation program which we used to have earlier in the physical world. So we have made, as Professor Nandi, who is the chairman of this committee for organizing this induction cum orientation program, has explained to you. The purpose of this program mainly is to know your institution, know your department where you will study, know your city also, where your institute is located, know the people there, know the other institutions around the city. So normally we used to take the students in group to various places in and around Calcutta, but this time this is not possible. And just I was talking to Dean Student Welfare, Professor Deobrata Mujumdar, and he will be organizing a virtual tour of the campus, where in real time you will be able to see the different locations, different facilities, central facilities, different departments where they are located. So that sitting at home also you can get a feeling of being in the campus. So that we are organizing. And apart from that, there are a lot of lectures which have been organized, and these talks will be given by experts and exponents in the field. And as you know that, one of the purpose why this MHRD, now the Ministry of Education, they felt that why it is necessary. Because you know that when you are preparing for this joint entrance examination, that's another flip side of our education system, which we see that from the beginning you are told that you have to get through JEE, those who are aspiring for engineering, or you have to qualify in NEET examination, those who are trying for medicine, etc. So from the childhood you are told like this and you make preparation for that. And virtually you get cut off from the society in a way. And your ultimate goal is to crack this JEE examination and get admission into a good institution. To become a good engineer or to get a decent job, I don't know. The answer that your parents will be able to tell us. But that's how the things are going on. And since you were cut off from the society, it appears that sometimes we create engineers who have no connection with the society, no idea that wow, this real India looks like, and what the society's expectation is from you. You have no idea about this. And in the process, in the competition, you sometimes tend to forget what is ethical and what is unethical. Right? So it was felt, ministry also felt that it's necessary to connect you to these things like morality, this human values, what is ethics, right? Because after passing this engineering, you will get into some service, some job somewhere, and where your moral values will be very, very important when taking a decision, because there will be a lot of temptation and you don't get trapped into this. So for that, you need to know about ethics and other things, and human values. So the purpose of making you engineers is not only that you get a decent job for your livelihood, but also you render some service to the society. So with this objective, we have organized some of these lectures which we will directly speak about. It will talk about how to focus your attention and your determination. You can make your determination strong, and at the same time you don't ignore these ethical, moral values and your society at large. So this kind of lectures have been organized. Again, as I was telling about our Indian ancient knowledge treasures which are in our ancient scriptures. You know, all these kinds of program we read normally from Upanishad and other places, where these are real treasures of knowledge. Right? It has nothing to do with the religion or anything. It's a philosophy which influenced greatly the Western people also. Even in the context of science, if you see that quantum mechanics, all these scientists, including your Niels Bohr or Schrödinger or Einstein, everyone was greatly influenced by the Eastern philosophy. And this is something knowledge we have. So we'll have some lectures which will focus on those areas also. And one of the talks will be on Swami Vivekananda, who has been considered as the eternal youth icon, not for the country only, but for the whole world. So we need to know these people, right, and their life, and we should learn or try to emulate them in our own life. So this kind of lectures will be there, and some lectures will be on scientific topics also. And another situation now we will be facing that mostly engineers, they look for job, right? Many of them, why they want to crack in JEE or get into IITs or a good institution, because they think that the placement is at least ensured, that I'll get a good placement after getting the degree. But if everyone looks for a job, then who will create the job? So we need to create entrepreneurs also, and with this objective we'll have a special session on this entrepreneurship incubation. Lecture will be there by an expert who will tell you that always don't look for seek job, but try to create job for others, and that's what is needed. And Atmanirbhar Bharat will be something which will be, everything will be in India, and self-reliance is very, very important, very, very important. India has transferred its technology from outside for a long time. Not because we do not have enough scientists or engineers in that country, but our policy was such that every time we used to transfer the technology. But some of our organizations like ISRO has proved that our scientists are capable of developing and designing indigenous systems which can work much better than, if you remember, Mongolian, which was successful in one go only. That's why India is the only country which made it possible. So we have this capability, we have this talent, only we need a proper policy in place. And once it is there, there's no reason that we will not be able to beat others. So that kind of objective we will have to have. And so that is another purpose that we'll be telling you about that. And we want that our people, our engineers should be able to contribute to the nation this way. And from all crises, you know that you need to see some kind of opportunity out of any kind of calamity which we have. They teach us a lot of things, and COVID is not an exception. COVID has ruined life of many people, right? Because of that complete lockdown. Whether lockdown was the right decision or a wrong decision is debatable. But nevertheless, it has spoiled many people's life. The daily wages, the daily earners, small businesses, have killed many things, spoiled many things. But at the same time, it has created huge opportunity for new business. Examples are before you. I won't have to elaborate on that. Many businesses have come, small business, because of this COVID, making these gloves, the mask we wear, sanitizer, right? So all these kind of new businesses people have come. Apart from this online virtual mode, the kind of examination system, there are people who are working on these software tools which can enable you to have doctoral examination. Sitting at your home, you can sit for the examination in real time. So this kind of business opportunity have come. And in this institution, we don't produce engineers, we produce human beings who are still qualified as an engineer, but do not forget their human values. That's all from my side. And once again, I congratulate all of you and welcome to the institution. And I think your stay for coming 4 years will be memorable, which you will cherish for the rest of your life. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Director Sir, for the warm welcome. Vidya Dhanam Sarve Dhanam Pradhanam. The best wealth is education. Now students, as you embark on this new journey of education, a very warm welcome to you in this institute. And now may I request Professor Debabrata Majumdar, our Dean Student Welfare, to please address the gathering.
First of all, I welcome all the freshers to this historic institute, and I extend my heartiest congratulations for joining this institute. You should try to be very disciplined in your every work for the next 4 years. And obviously, in this year, we are facing some unprecedented situation under the pandemic of COVID-19. We never thought that this situation will come and we will be meeting with you in online mode. And we miss you. We miss you that the first interaction, that is the induction orientation program, students are supposed to be in the institute, and we will share our views and we will extend all the opportunities to all the students, and we will highlight on the different facilities that will be spreading over our institute. But unfortunately, it did not happen. But you don't get frustrated, because you are facing this problem at the early stage, and in our early years, in our early ages, we did not face this kind of problem. And I surely believe that it will impart some new experience to all of you. And in future, if you face this kind of problem, then there will be no constraint to work on this kind of situation, and you will be very much confident to tackle this situation, this adverse situation. And you know that as a first year students, BTech students, some general courses you will learn, and these general courses, it is nothing but some kind of recapitulation of your higher secondary courses or higher secondary level different types of courses. But you should learn it along with some other extracurricular activities, because only with the academics nothing will be very much interesting for the students. And you know, you are entering to a national institute. And that's why you should feel proud that you are starting your academic career from a national level institute. That means in future your career that will be targeted to national level. And you should be very much aware about the opportunities that you should get as a student of the national institute like NITs or IITs. With these words, I would like to conclude my speech. Thanks to all of you.
Thank you, sir, for the vivid description of the student life and the various clubs present in the institute. May I now request Professor Sudip Kumar Roy, our Dean Academic, to please address the students.
Good morning, respected Director, Deans. I now like to say a few words about your classes which you have to join, you have to start from the 8th of this month. As already our chairman orientation for the induction cum orientation program, he has already mentioned that your class will start from 8th of this month. But from during 8th December to 14th December, you will have your classes in the first half, that is up to 12 o'clock, and thereafter you will be having orientation program at your departmental level. And thereafter you will have the classes in entire day. At present you will have to attend the theory subjects only. All are definitely in online mode. So you will get your routine timetable very soon, and accordingly you have to attend the classes. You in the first year, all the students, irrespective of the department, have to attend same subjects. Some departments, some students can attend some subjects in the first semester and some other subjects in the second semester, or vice versa. The previous years, we were dividing the students according to their departments. But this time, we have mixed up the students and divided them in total 9 groups, and these 9 groups of students, they will have their courses or subjects that will be intimated to shortly in our website. Out of these 9 subgroups, the group 9 is only for the architectural or BR students, but the group 1 to group 8, these are for the BTech students. So all the BTech students are mixed up in different groups, and according to they we have to attend the subjects. So I request all of you to please keep close watch in our website, and you will be able to know within one or two days that in which group you belong to, and accordingly you have to attend the classes. The laboratory or practical classes, that will be scheduled at the later half of your this semester. We expect after 1 or 2 months situation will improve, and then you will be able to come here and attend the laboratories physically. But even then, if situation would not improve, you will have to we can arrange some other way your laboratory or practical classes. We are in our academic system, we are having mid-semester examination and teachers assessment, that will subtotal 50 marks, and 50 marks for your end-semester examinations. This year, due to this pandemic situation, our examination system, we are not being able to conduct in proper manner. We are planning to have the final examination in a physical mode for the existing students. and we expect that for your case also you will be able to write the exam in physical mode, but definitely we have to wait for the period of time when depending on the actual situation. So, and already our Dean Faculty Welfare and Chairman Orientation Program, he has mentioned that there is a coordination committee has been set up with our faculty members from different departments for your academic related coordination, and if you have any issue, your academic related issue, your course curriculum or anything, you can also interact with that committee also. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Professor Shubhashish Bhomik, our Dean Research and Consultancy, to please address the students.
Honorable Director Professor Parthasarathy Chakraborty, faculty members, officers, and my dear newly joined first year students who must be feeling proud to be part of IST family. Students, engineering institutions are established to train you in your respective branch of study, equip you with the knowledge and skills to facilitate intellectual and professional growth, having holistic outlook towards life, and have broad understanding of society and relationship, and have a desire to work for national needs and beyond. Character needs to be nurtured as an essential quality by which you would understand and fulfill your responsibility as an engineer, a citizen, and a human being. The main focus of the institute is to empower you with sound knowledge, wisdom, experience, and training both at the academic level of engineering and in the highly competitive global industrial market. The infrastructural facilities and the state-of-the-art equipment, combined with a galaxy of competent, talented, dedicated faculty, contribute to an enjoyable and easy learning experience in this institute. Students, this inauguration program is to educate you about the new environment in which you are entering today and connect you with the people in it. This will help you adjust and feel comfortable in the new environment, inculcating you the ethos and the culture of the institute, help you build bonds with the other students and the faculty members, empower you towards the professional accomplishment, and expose you to a sense of larger purpose and self-exploration. The program is organized to keep in mind to train you about the various challenges you may face upon entering the professional career. Eminent personalities from wide area of expertise will deliver the motivational speech on human values and will conduct sessions to provide you a glimpse of what you can expect in your life afterwards. Think about society, be responsible citizens, and above all, enjoy life. Thank you. Thanks to all of you, and hope all the students will enjoy your stay in this institute for the 4 years durations. Thank you.
May I now request Professor Kalyan Kumar Gaur, Dean PD, to address the gathering, please.
Respected Director Sir, Dean Faculty Affairs, Dean Student Welfare, Dean Academic, the new entrants today, or the new students today, I congratulate you for selecting and joining one of the best engineering institute in India. You are a very difficult time, unlike previous years. This year, your preparation and appearing in the JEE exam was uncertain. Then publication of result, then centralized counseling, everything was delayed and uncertain. But I congratulate you again that even going through those difficult times, you finally made it. But now again you have another difficult time, that you have to attend the classes in online mode. You are unable to see your friends, unable to visit the library, laboratory, your hostels, your playgrounds, everything. But still, I know that you will be able to make it. I know that attending online classes are not that interesting and sometimes quite boring also. In physical mode, you can go out, you can talk to your friends, and you can go to the canteen and you can relax. But here actually you have to stay home. And that's why the difficulty is there. But the more difficulty is that what Dean Student Welfare initiated that thing, that you start thinking about your career from day one. This is day one and you should start thinking about your career. Our director sir has mentioned that this corona is a kind of disaster and that has permanently changed the world all over. But this is a kind of disaster. In most of the cases, the disaster either location specific or they are there for a few minutes in case of earthquake or few days like flood. But this disaster is continuing for more than a year. And we do not know how long it will continue. So, if you are seriously thinking about your career, then you should keep in mind what again our director sir has mentioned, that we have to live with it. So, if you keep that in your mind, the situation will be like this maybe for some more time, but the entire industry is changed. And I am taking the words from our director that this particular institute has a great tradition of producing talented engineers with great human values. I wish all of you to be a part of that tradition. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. May I now request Professor Arindam বিশ্বাস, our Dean International Relations and Alumni Affairs, to please address the gathering.
Thank you, Ankita. Honorable Director, Professor Parthu Sharma Chakraborty, all deans, registrar, deputy registrars, head of the departments, other faculty members of IST present here, and most importantly, the new students who have joined this institute today. Under normal circumstances, this becomes a very interesting day of your life, that you are moving out of the paradigm of the schools to the paradigms of the institute, where you will be meeting a lot of professors, your friends. However, in this condition, the special condition we are going through, that possibility is not there. That's why we are taking all the programs online. The courses will be taught online. Only thing, in an engineering institute, the problem we face, the challenge we face is that conducting the laboratories online. Conducting the laboratories online is a very, very difficult proposition to do, at least for the engineering institutes. Another, in this changed environment, another challenge is how to conduct the examinations. You have to look at that the education basically is the basis of any nation. It provides the basis of any nation. So there the evaluation, imparting the knowledge, this has to be done very, very carefully. Probably in online mode, the interactions between the students and the teachers, in some of the cases it is better. It is challenging for the teacher to get hold of the attention of the students. It is challenging for the students that to be remain concentrated in the class. The teachers used to get a captive audience in a classroom. They will not get it here. the students used to be inside the classroom and they have a physical presence. They can talk to the teacher, they can talk to the students nearby by his side. Now sometimes I feel that when I was used to take class in the classroom and in the online classroom, some students in the physical classroom, they talk to each other. I used to get a little annoyed, but I feel that I'd like to welcome that now. That situation. That is what we are trying to mean, is that we want you back in the institute. We want you to be part of the institute. We want your physical presence. However, it is difficult. We are trying to take care of the situation. As early as possible, we'll bring you inside the institute. And coming to one of my favorite singers, two lines I'll tell you. I'll quote from 2 lines from Bryan Adams. Even though the situation is a very, very cloudy situation due to pandemic, the line says, on a day like today, it's going to shine through the rain. And with that, with the very best wishes, feel proud of this institute. This is a very old institute. Feel proud of this institute. And make us feel proud of you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
May I now request our Registrar Sir, Dr. Biman Bandyopadhyay, to propose the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon. Honorable Director, Professor Partho Sarathi Chakraborty, all deans, all academic heads, faculty members, staff, officers, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. For your education, you have here excellent faculty, a central library, and good laboratories. For your wholesome development, you will find student societies to encourage you to think and live out of the box. I hope your academic program and extracurricular activities in this institute create a meaningful life for yourself. There are 17 sustainable goals. I just point out some of the goals you will understand. No poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality educations, clean water and sanitations, affordable and clean energy. So, students, during your study, you need to understand the meaning of these goals and how to improve human life by achieving zero hunger, good health, and quality education. I express my sincere appreciations for dear faculty members, officers, and staffs, and the students who are listening to us. Thanks to Dr. Ankita Pramanik for encouraging this program, and also Mr. Arindam Bhattacharya along with his team for hosting the meeting in online mode. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Registrar Sir. Dear students, as you embark on this new journey, do keep in mind that कर्मण्ये वाधिका रस्ते माँ फलेषु कदाचनः माँ कर्मफल हेतुर भूर्मार्ते संगस्त्व कर्मणि. You have the right to work, but never to its fruits. Let not the fruits of action be your motive, nor let your attachment be the cause of inaction. And now, all rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता. पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा. विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा. तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे. गाहे तब जय गाथा जननी